Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to Faster Than You Grand Final of the tournament. 16 teams going to fight for that top spot to claim that €400 prize. Let's go through some teams here. We've got, according to team slots, Team 3 DAP Esports, Team 4 Revenge, Team 5 Hate Gaming, Team 6 Uqimeron RED, Team 7 29, Team 8 for Romanian Man, Team 9 we have PDHM Gaming, Team 10 Red 5, Team 11 Willpower, Team 12 Team Love, Team 13 we have Rexpect Esports, Team 14 11, Team 15 we have Dolce Vita, Team 16 we have Night Target EU, Team 17 Revolution, and Team 18 INTERNATIVE. Has everyone updated your game? Some excitement for the new season, some new features. I feel like they changed the textures and the graphics a little bit as well, so looking pretty nice. I quite like it. We have 3 games tonight. We have 2 days of finals and 16 teams fighting for those top spots. So yeah, 2 days of finals. 6 games in total, as we have the first game started already. Some Irango action. Playing path going from just off the north side of North Georgia Pool through Farm, Milter, and Milter Factory area. So this type of playing path, pretty center, so through school, so that's a pretty center position. And if teams want to go to military base and Novo, certainly no problem. They can go to Yasnaya, Lipovka, but if they like dropping Quarry, Primorsk, or the far bits like Stalba and Kameshki, that will be a little bit further. Yeah, the Ready C team, the start of 29. Grabbing the car early, heading towards Zaki. DAP Esports is in North Georgia Pool. In South Georgia Pool Crate area, we have Team Love. Hovering around Hospital area, we have Willpower and Revenge, I'd like to say. Revolution, I'm sorry, that's Revolution. Revenge has a different clan tag. In School and Rosal area, we have Hate Gaming. Heading towards Yasnaya, we have Revenge and Night Target. Hovering over Mansion, we have UQ. For Romanian and Red 5, pretty close to those rich compounders south of Pachinki. Farm area, we have PDHM and Dolce Vita. Heading towards Military Base 11. And in Novo, we have Rexpect. As we have the first circle going over the main island, pretty center, not considering, not really a hard shift. And for all these teams, dropping Zaki and Georgia Pool not too far to rotate in. As we see basically all the teams who are on the western side, they are already in the circle. So other than that, it's just teams on the military base island 11 and Rexpect needing to rotate in. Let's see which bridge they will take in a bit. Red 5 actually making a rotation, wants to head towards the military base island because they felt that resistance from 4 Romanian men. Almost forgot about Alternative splitting around Severny area. So a lot of potential action. For example, this contest in military base here, in farm area as well as Yasnaya. So let's have a look at Red 5 and their rotation. Not sure if they are expecting this, but very soon Lexus and Red 5 actually, they already have felt some of that presence, as we see Luxus losing 30% of HP, and he is hearing these rotations coming from 11 as well as he loot out of this C building. 16-14s, we already saw Dolce Vita losing Victor early to PDHM around that farm area contest. But they are now pulling away from each other, respecting each other's presence a little bit. And we we may also see something pop up on the kill feed between NT and Revenge. But I'm wrong as well. It seems like that is Willpower having some issue losing 1 to Revolution. So actually 3 teams around that area, close to Hospital. Willpower pulling away from there, heading to Gatka, South Georgia Bull Crates, Team Love, and then more towards Hospital, Revolution. The side of Yuki wants to play a kind of slow early game. They dropped around Mansion, but just to split grab vehicles, and now they are on the top right of the map. Since the main screen is still here on military base, let's have a look at the 2 teams' formation. 2 of the Red 5s taking the C buildings. Almic around that police station on those billboards, what we call, some people like to call it catwalk. We have 1 from Red 5 as well. But we have the opening knock coming from Neezy. Just holding very patiently on that side, stopping anyone from Red 5 to peek or to exit. And that will be a good opening knock with the upper hand 11. The rest of the team are rotating around. On the south side, we see 1 finding the angle onto Red 5. And that is a brilliant knock by Gabby, clearing out the overlook from the billboards. And there's another good knock coming from 11. The 1v1 catching them out, and Silent will just flush that one immediately. So that is Red 5 having a lot of early troubles. And the last player, just down to a solo so early. Red 5 losing all those. Just down to this one. As we see Dolce Vita and PDHM, like we saw, fighting a little bit, but now finding their own routes to rotate. Ava is on his or her own to loot up shooting range area. But very close to them rotating is 29, but it's such an unpopular spot to loot, I mean, shooting range. And that is Alternative, sending that solo there will not get punished, or he will be successfully hiding away from all those rotating members from 29. Revenge here has a little bit of a good split, 2-2 split to this west side of the Yasnaya fields. Very close to them. There's also the team of NT. They place a few shots there, and Revenge just wants to position their vehicles as NT holds that nice hill. We've seen that being used very frequently, very popular spot as well. A lot of control over Yasnaya fields, and keeping an eye over this area to the west, to the east of school apartments as well. Hate Gaming's not feeling any pressure yet. Team Love has rotated away from South Georgia Pool into one of these 2 compounds between school and Pachinki. And Rexpect has rotated away from Novo. Very quick early rotation. Not waiting for those bridge camp area to get too busy. That will be them rotating through that main road next to Milta, and now almost to this OP dip around shelter, and they will continue to scout. It's such a pleasure watching a lot of these teams play. Just through the stages of a tournament is actually not easy. You have to make top 9 every time. So testing their consistency, the synergy, and a lot of interesting things the past few weeks, because PMCO registrations are open. So teams are trying out new members, trying to fine-tune their skills build synergy, exploring new drop spots, studying each other's play. So we see PDHM, after looting up farm and taking the first kill for themselves, now on Potato Hill. There's a split control by Hate Gaming over Rozhok in the Rozhok Hill, keeping an eye over Headshot Valley as well as Beast. And look at that bit of conflict there. Let's head over to Rexpect. And for Romanian Men. For Romanian Men has already lost one. And they are slightly more clumped compared to Rexpect. For Romanian Men has lost aim early, but they still have the numbers and they have the information and high ground. That is Rana with the beautiful nade onto Papi, returning one knock onto Rexpect. And that is Caster coming in, maybe trying to rotate around to stop that thirst from happening. Caster with the 6x on the Mini 14, but the other off-angle help by Nacho has been proved successful. Not even did he get the knock, they will flush another one. And the support is here. Rexpect will get 2 kills in the revive. That is the third knock onto the side of for Romanian Men, and this is Nacho just sending it. He is not afraid. He sees the car, he stops, and he'll try to spray that now, tapping with that Mini, but only to see another team rotating next to them. That is PDHM giving away the position and also giving up Potato Hill. And that is the reason why, because we have this new circle now, shifting towards the northwestern side, leaving school, Pachinki on the edge. The center will actually be around the river, splitting this new play zone to the top and bottom half. And that is 11. Crossing that river already now into the Gatka fields. Will continue to scout in, but look at all these teams not wanting to cross, to stay on the south side, because those bridges, if you cross late, right, you get heavily punished for it. As we see all these teams already setting up their choke spots to this north part of the river. That is Willpower 6 doing some work, but they've lost extra earlier in the early game. Felt some shots coming from the side. I believe that is Revolution. Holding that junction compound can stop teams from making wide rotation. But if you're doing what Team Love's doing, going for the further bridge, then they should have no problem. 11 will still need to scout and do something similar to get some control and information over here. And let's have a look at 6, where's his position. Using this new bits in Erangel 2.0 can be very strong, but it's only good for maybe 1 or 2 players, and you will give away your position if you're not riding a bike or a buggy. So need to use that well, and seems like Hate Gaming just want to play this slow, and they will have the upper hand if the next shift determines that most of the south side being in play. INTERNATIVE is now holding this very nice area, and will find some knock onto DAB Esports. DAB, another very promising team, especially in the early phases of the tournament, will get themselves a compound. One of the best in the circle. Problem is, a lot of teams can rotate around this and just third person peek and can get an opening out no problem, and you won't hear them before you see them. And that is the maybe one downfall of this compound. Dolce Vita having some issues right now. They already lost Victor early. They will also lose Akashi and Robs on that rotation. They are trying to rotate far from this. They already were holding a pretty edge position. But little do they know Rexpect already has that control. And we saw some knocks coming from Willpower earlier, as they continue to hold this new bits just to the south of shooting range. They will take another kill, catching enemies rotating. I believe that's on DAB Esports. And that is DAB losing MRP. And people are just fighting everywhere. Look at these teams' position. The majority of them, basically all of them, are on this northern part. But just look at this shift. Keeping the river in play, the cheeky little bit of choking island in the middle. It will go over to ruins. The top part of Rozok's in play. This squad house is in play to the east of the South Dodgeable Crates. Watertown as well is going to be so crazy. And Alternative will find themselves a position to stop a lot of these teams rotating in from the northeastern edge. And the Hate Gaming actually made that work. They took the bet and they did it. They have very little resistance coming from the southern half of this new circle. Look at all these teams trying to come in. That is Uqimeron RED coming in, trying to get a position. But Alternative is already here. The opening not coming from Kenzo. Ava keeping an eye on every angle. Have a look at UQ. See how they are trying to get themselves out of this situation. Barabadze is knocked next to a burning US. Costa using the soft cover from the smoke. Trying to reposition a little bit. That is a beautiful one. Beautiful, not an Alternative. Actually having some trouble. Not because of this fight from UQ. Kesame's going so low though. It's the side angle coming in. It was Revenge doing some work. Also joining the party, we have Rexpect here. We saw them on the last, for the last circle, the northeastern edge. And now made it very close to here. And Nacho is just sending it in, finding another rock. They still have to move further though. There is Nacho getting shot from the back. The off angle almost paying off there by Kesame. Basically split from the rest of the team. Alternative noticing the resistance and the population of players in here. So many of them. They will retreat back to the compound, and out in this open field, we have Rexpect trying to make something work. The 1-3 coming from UQ, but Kesame will be taken care of. Now Rexpect can pinch this and sandwich UQ with a 2-2 split, but that is Nacho being quite predictable behind that cover. Will get naded, and there is Costa trying to flush that, and Nacho may just bleed out right here, leaving Rexpect down to 3 players. It will be a 3v3 between UQ and Rexpect if they keep fighting here, but they all know that this is just the edge. They may want to play more center for the next one. The look at Papi with the good rotation. Now, even though it's a 3v3, they lost one. They are not scared to pinch this. Look at the beautiful triangular formation. This is the second knock coming through, and that is going to be the squad right coming from Rexpect. They have 9 team kills right now, just taking out UQ at 16th place. Can you believe it? Look at the size of the circle. This is the first team out of the game. It's only the first team, but very shortly we had PDHM leaving the lobby as well. And look at all these congestion, all these teams just fighting on the edge. We have the next circle now. Another minute or so to go. Hate Gaming will need to rotate the solo or duo. Let's have a look. For Romanian Men, down to only 1 player. So Andre is just playing very slow on that southeastern edge, and Hate Gaming just took the bet and just won it. No resistance at all still from the southern side. 29 has a good position to enter from into the circle, not too far from it. As we have Dolce Vita losing a lot of players early. That is them losing another one. If not losing the whole team, that is actually the whole team. Going down to 14th place, we have Dolce Vita against the push from 11. 11 is also doing very well. We saw what Rexpect was doing, 9 kills, but losing 1 player. 11 though, 16 kills, and a full team. And they would just control this northern side with a bit of a split. Rexpect has lost another one, so down to only 2 players. The kill points from that early game has definitely been helping them. Bardot just looking, trying not to shoot too early. But Caster has another idea, and they will just knock that one. What would you say? I think that is a bit of a risky opening of fire by Rexpect. Now that the position is given, and the blue zone is coming in, 11 can just put a lot of focus onto the northern side and stop the rotations from coming. But Caster has a good idea as well, rotating in the anti-clockwise manner, using maybe some more rich line as he peeks again, almost losing his health. His vest is basically gone. But he gets that little bit of breathing room. Will get the heal off. As we have Bardot also rotating in, now finding a next one, maybe 2 circle of rotation at the same time, but his position will be compromised. There's him trying to get a little bit more behind that Dacia, but was not enough. Caster down to the solo for Rexpect, and 11 still holding strong. And this new circle is just playing with a lot of these players, but it's good for a lot of them, especially for all these teams. Look at that. PDHM Esports, Revenge. All these teams that are still fighting over there. Oh my yai. Now they have a little bit of a chance to get in. If they can clutch this, I mean. Look at them facing all these knocks. There is Pongy with the pickup. Trying to come in to get more. And that will be another revive. So they will still have the numbers advantage as they try to smoke on top of Bleach as well. And that is PDHM Esports not able to capitalize on that one. Not sure whether it's the team that were putting so much pressure onto Revenge. But nonetheless, they have such a good position. But look at the position of 11. They've been trying to control this for so long. But it's a challenger after challenger. Now we have the side of NT on this edge trying to come in. Hiroshi getting knocked right now will actually just drop the meds for Loki to live. Because he would very much need that. Look at the blue zone now ticking in. 11 will want to grab all these kill points. But also joining the party around here. Trying to get some information. Team Love. Hashira. I've seen this player frag like crazy before. As they try to maneuver around through all these teams on this side. Just trying to cruise around that side of the circle without getting punished. And he will actually get a beautiful knock onto Chaos from NT. Low-key down to himself and just has his position known from very early. Let's look at Hate Gaming. They had the upper hand from position, I thought, but they came in maybe a little bit late. I'm not sure what happened there, but that is them losing their life and going out at 8th position. And there's a lot of open ground on the south side of this circle just because of the landscape. You can't really take anything here other than using some trees. You will have all these teams looking at you. 11 now has 11 kills. I didn't mean for that pun, guys, but they are probably the team with the upper hand right now, with the high ground, with the position, with the momentum. of 11 kills. But that will be Gabby, using that one tree, but getting pinched from every angle. That is Team Love wanting to breach this. They want to take away the control of 11. That is a beautiful knock onto there, and that is Silent, just using the smoke with a teammate next to him, trying to keep that going. That is Nisi trying to stop this all by his own. That is 2 knocks onto the side of Team Love. It's 3 knock. It's Team Love not making this work. They want to breach this. But Nisi is saying otherwise. He single-handedly guarded this push from Team Love, and he will finish what he started as he takes down Team Love at 5th position. 11 still going strong. And Pongy maybe? Revenge. Someone singing in our chat, and you will get a lot of points punishment for that one. I'm sorry, but that is just... We're all experienced enough. There's no tolerance. There's no mercy for that. As we have the side of Revolution. Losing 2 players already. And the last one just decided to give some meds away and just let the last player play some healing game. So we're down to 3 teams now. 29 have a solid game. Now trying to grab those 2 revives, but aside of 11 has the high ground. They know the positions of them. Team 29 actually has a little bit of a breathing room because the circle won't place them out of that, but using that ridge line, Silent will just silently rotate from above, knocking 1, knocking 2, knocking 3. That is only 1 more for 29 as he will get found. Beautiful, beautiful play from 11, taking game 1, the chicken dinner, with 22 kills. Oh my god. 29 taking the 2nd place. That is not about skill, guys. If there's anything, yes, it would be awareness, map knowledge of where to take. They took a little bit of that dip, will hide themselves a little bit against the high ground, but it's so hard to find a position around there to keep an eye on what's happening above. And that is them still having a strong game. 5 kills. Revolution will have 5 kills as well with the 3rd position. At 4th, we have Revenge with 4 kills. Team Love trying to take out the winners of this game, but just falling short. Their 5 kills at 5th. PDHM Esports got themselves 6th position, 6th place, and 1 kill. At 7th, we have Alternative with 2 kills. Hate Gaming went down at 8th with 1 kill. Very, very hard. Right, that type of circle seems like, okay, it's easy to enter early if no teams around, but then you have to go uphill, and upslope rotation is always so scary. You never can be 100% sure if someone's using the ridge line up top to 3rd person peek you. They'll just be waiting, they'll be just counting down 3, 2, 1, and then boom, there goes your count and your life. And Night Target with a 9th place and 1 kill. Rexpect, they had a very strong early and mid game, but they went out at 10th with 9 kills. Red 5, the solo, Amic trying to grab a few more points, unfortunately will go down at 11th with no kills. Willpower 12th position, 3 kills. 4 Romanian Men need to prove themselves in the two following games, as they only took a 13th place in this one with no kills. Dolce Vita went down at 14th with no kills. PDHM 15th, 1 kill. And Uqimeron RED, unfortunately, went out at 16th with 1 kill. And that will be game 1. We'll take a very short break, and I'll see you guys in the second map.
Okay.
Hey, welcome back to the Game 2. Game 2 of the FTY tournament finals. Day 1. We have 3 games today and 3 games tomorrow. 16 teams fighting for that win. That €400 cash prize. Is it just me? Is it my device or whatever? That it looks different. I actually quite like the textures of this game. It looks nicer now. It could be the saturation, the colors. Seems like EQ is playing this one as a trio. And let's get some mirror action going, guys. So we have this plane path going through the west side of Los Leones, through San Martin towards La Cobreria. It's a pretty center path once again. If it's a bit like last game, where we see the plane path complementing the phase 1 circle, then it will be pretty calm early, unless they drop together, of course, and we know these higher level teams like to take center early, so they can still clash, still fight. First team off the plane, Internative heading towards Puerto Paraíso. So many teams hovering over Los Leones right now. Oh my god, that is so many. And Hate Gaming heading towards Chumacera, and quite close to them, just to the north of Hate Gaming, we have Dolce Vita. Revolution heading towards Power Grid. Quite a few teams, Red 5, Rexpect. And I believe that is, yes, Revenge, floating over to Minas Generalis. Let's have a look at Los Leones. We have 4 Romanian men here. We have Down Esports. We have 11. We have 29. We have Night Target. This is so crazy. All comes down to split of these teams, as we have the first knock coming through, the punching between Red 5 and Revenge here in Minas Generalis. In La Cobreria, we have PDHM. They actually have a 2-1-1 split, big split. The other 2 players, Versace is in water treatment now. In Hacienda, we have Team Love. San Martin controlled by Willpower. And very close to these 2 teams in Minas Generalis as well as Rexpect and UQ. But UQ, the trio, doing a 2-1 split. Casimir and the other players actually in between Hacienda, Del Patron and Water Treatment, when Costa's just hovering around those mountain areas close to Minas Generalis and Junkyard. Deb Esports actually more to the southern side, for Romanian Men more on the southwestern side of Los Leones. And that is a knock coming through by Dexter. We've seen what he can do as they knock 1 of a 29 out on this western side. In the middle, though, will be contested by 11 and Night Target. 11 with the 22 kill chicken dinner in game 1. So we have this circle going over to these middle parts of the map. Pretty center, not a lot of them will need to move. But the rotations out of Los Leones can get very, very messy if these teams want to play center. So this is also the time to test their abilities to find the vehicles and decide when to fight or when to rotate. So we have the side of 4 Romanian men here trying to push the solos, and the support will come in. Beautiful trade by Sushi, and will revive Andre right now with Dexter coming in to finish Pulse. That is 4 Romanian men Full team up still against the duo of 29 on this west side of Los Leones. And Suppress wants to get into the car, but he will be found not just by 4 Romanian men, but 11 is watching this side as well. Suppress can go down very soon. And he just opts in to go on foot. There's another Dacia down the road. So that will need to be a very, very good run. He has to be very careful of his defensive angle as he runs down. The side of 4 Romanian men are very, very ready. Juzo, though, got himself a buggy and now rotating away, leaving Suppress to fight for his own life. And Minas Generalis is so hard to play. I've already said this before. I think some fellow casters said it. I think it's a bit of a terrible spot to drop early. You need to rely on your luck a lot in the compounds. If you don't get anything solid in one of these houses, there's so much distance you have to cross if you want to run to the other one. And this is some action between Dolce Vita and Revolution. Victor got knocked when he was trying to pull up close. This is that hill and plateau between Picardo. Sorry, why do I always confuse myself with that one? And on this plateau, as they feel the pressure of Dolce Vita coming in to support. Victor is still knocked, and but the support is here. Akashi deploying that smoke, using that ridge to revive. And look at that beautiful nade by Robs onto rope. And that is Revolution with the upper hand initially, but now under the pressure of getting 2 of them knocked. And that is Dolce Vita coming in to claim their kills, leaving our Revolution down to a duo. For Romanian men, though, they had a good upper hand on that side. As they come in, will feel some other pressure, but they have the support there to grab the teammates back up. That is Sushi back up, and 4 Romanian men has 3 kills to start this game, and I believe that is Suppress gone, so 3 players out for 29, or damage dealt by the 4 Romanian men. Marcia in the chat saying, hey, can I join? Unfortunately, you have to register this kind of almost a month ago and then go through at least 3 rounds of qualification to get to the game. These teams are no jokes. They are experienced, they are strong, and they are here. Make it to the top 16, trying to fight for that top spot. A lot of them with experience in PMCO finals. And 4 Romanian men here will have aim, scouting this very strong position to the east of Picardo and over this bow, where actually Juzo from 29 is praying that he will get the circle in this somewhat center position. Not quite center, to be fair, and very hard to play off that compound. So hard to escape, so much open ground before you get to any cover when you leave those buildings. Hey Gaming is now rotating out of Chimacera, and that congestion in Los Leones has stopped. 11 rotating out from the northern side. 11 is Team 14 there, as they made it to the other side of that bowl that we talked about, the north side, as well as that compound. to the eastern part. Night target still in Los Leones. They were basically on top of 11, on top of each other, now rotating out as well from the northeastern islands of Los Leones. And this Minas Generalis action is still happening. Like, they are just staying there, playing very patient, not trying to give away any footsteps, or yeah, not even peeking. I believe Lexus and Armic has been in this building from the start, have absolutely no meds. Armic. How about Lexus? Lexus has absolutely nothing as well, and only got a DBS in hand. We'll get a few loot. As we have the next circle, pushing these teams in La Bandita, Los Leones, and Minas Generalis out of the circle. Such a scary rotation for these teams, holding this ball and needing to rotate to that plateau. Willpower has the upper hand to control those bits close to the hill of San Martin, and this plateau here, like we saw earlier, Dolce Vita is controlling that. We're very close to them. To the western side, Hate Gaming is now here to scout. But let's look at Willpower, because they want to control that, and they are now feeling some resistance. Team Love is pulling up. They have knocked one of Willpower, and they've got a return knock onto Chiro. And they may find themselves stuck in the middle very soon, because they don't have enough covers from behind, and that is 11. Rotating in all the way from Los Leones, now trying to challenge this. Nomi trying to put some pressure on to Silent there, which slowly maneuver using this little bit of a high ground once again. As he cooks the nade, trying to take care of that business. The tides of these control can change like very quickly as well. Dolce Vita may fight for Romanian Men soon. Hate Gaming has some split formations against Revolution. A great split from Hate Gaming, trying to pinch these two duos now. Lost to early, Revolution, and will need to find a way to rotate out. Do they have the vehicles is the question. Can't see it, so they will be pretty much pinched in here as Michi rotate to the side, trying to take care of the side angles. And finally fighting the side of Revenge. Finally pulling the trigger and doing some damage onto Red 5. Revenge has lost one Pongi, is knocked right now, so it's two of them against one up. Red 5. But that will be Red 5, the first team out of the lobby. Armic has absolutely no mets, and that will not be... Okay, I think... Yeah, Revenge has spoken for themselves in all chat. So, yeah, they call the enemy dumbass and also use all chat. So, you may have to pay for that one. Not being rude, but the all chat bit. I wouldn't even know that you've been rude if you didn't have that on, right? And look at these teams still outside of the circle fighting. Rexpect and Nighttime very close to each other. Rexpect is just playing pretty slow here. They know this zone is coming in, but they have just been holding this compound. All four of them in here, so I'm not sure what the plan is. May not be an easy rotation out of this. Nighttime has the information, though. They may want to form a good formation to pinch Rexpect out. Let's head back to this fight, shall we? Because Team Love has been putting some work into this. They are still fighting Willpower up the hill. They will have 2 kills for now and get the revives as well. Side of Willpower will lose 6 because on the other side of this mountain we have 4 Romanian men using those high ground, trying to join this party. And could be 4 Romanian men as well. On the all chat, I mean, I didn't mean to find these out, but it's so hard to not realize someone's speaking if I put my camera over. Look at all these teams still fighting there. Oh my god, Rexpect is still there. They've lost Amelia. And against Nighttime right now, they both have to rotate. They're almost 2,000 meters out of the circle because we have a northern shift pushing all these teams out of the circle around the plateau. Hate Gaming, Dolce Vita, 4 Romanian Men, all out. Willpower will make the way in. PDHM already is controlling these grounds and hills close to Saint Martin. And that is Hate Gaming taking care of Revolution. They're taking them out at 16th position, and that is 11 gone as well. 11 wanting to rotate, but they will not make out of that area alive. I believe it's Team Love putting some work in, as well as Revenge maybe from the side. A lot of these teams will try to come in with the wide rotation to enter from the eastern parts of the circle into Saint Martin. Quite a few dips still. UQ, the trio, still holding strong, and they have a good position on the northern parts of this new circle. Dab Esports now rotating in. Same for INTERNATIVE on the south parts. Hate Gaming 1 step ahead based on their previous location. They will rotate wide onto these hills. Pretty strong spots on this western side, so would be a very good rotation there for them. We've almost forgotten that they are still here. Rexpect, not with their main team, seems like maybe off to play some other scrims, but that is NT saying screw that, we need to rotate, let's not focus too much on this as they move with this circle. The blue is coming in, same for these players, they still have to move. What is Swave doing out there? Let's have a look. Oh, no, that is not my plan. Have a look at Swave. Grabbing the information onto INTERNATIVE. He is on his own trying to put some pressure onto INTERNATIVE. The rest of the team already got a 2-1 split. Mihi in a compound that I believe Swave can head towards. Then they will have those 2-2 split. And they will just try to keep all these angles to stop INTERNATIVE from coming in. Swave have to be very careful though. Using all the ridge lines, maneuvering through INTERNATIVE, because INTERNATIVE is also trying to split and maybe stop Swave to come in. And Miki actually won't be able to find more angles onto Swave, but onto INTERNATIVE, I should say. And Swave will be rewarded for his mentality, his plan to just stay out of this, to spoil this. And INTERNATIVE wants to return some fire. What they did, though, is to take out some tires of Swave's buggy. But the pressure is coming in from other sides. Let's have a look at who's shooting them. That is Dolce Vita with the position. But look at this next circle. This is the highest tier play, guys. Look at that circle going to that part of the map. So small. But we still have 13 teams in here. And all these teams still around the edge of this current circle need to make up their mind and rotate in. Hate Gaming knows that. Hate Gaming has a position. Hate Gaming has the number of players. Swape is still kind of choked here, and will get the 4th kill elsewhere. Let's bring us over to Cakes and the rest of them, because they've got a brilliant spot in this southwestern edge. Let's also look at Team Love. They have a 4 team, they have 3 team kills. What they don't have though is a position in the circle right now. What they also is going to lose is the time. 7, 6, 5 as the clock goes. Tick-tock, we have to move now. Hashira, I've seen, I think in semi-finals at least, this solo player last time in that game, I really vividly remember him taking 9 kills as a solo and getting top 2 or top 3. And he would just made out of that alive, but he is trying to do the card trick and will be shot when he was mid-air. But the support is now here. Costa can spoil this though. Watching the rotations coming in, Costa is the spoiler. The other 2 of Uqimeron RED is in the circle. Rexpect having some troubles coming in. And that is Rexpect down to 2 players. And as we have the next circle, the trio of Uqimeron will have a position. Problem is not a high ground, and they will have to basically bet on this. If I were them, I would send them up to that hut to get information, to stop players from coming in, to look at them from the top. Pongi just made it into this and will be able to get the heal, but he's the only one. He's the only one up for revenge, and that is Uqimeron coming in. Pongi with a little bit of maneuver with that M4 in hand, finding that little bit of breathing room. He's trying to put that first aid in now. That is Costa trying to sweep it, and he will find it. That is Uqimeron RED taking out Pongi and Revenge at 10th position. Another one goes down. I think that is willpower. Look at all these teams needing to come in. The position that Hate Gaming took is far from the circle. It's so hard to drive around that type of land as well. Cakes trying to scout in. Cakes has a position close to the zone but will be gone. So that is Hate Gaming with 8 team kills though. 8 team kills but down to 3 players. The damage can continue because the South 4 Romanian men are using those high grounds I talked about. Very textbook. A lot of players love them. PDHM also fighting right now. What's pressuring them though is 4 Romanian men and their crazy position. But Sushi getting knocked there is not going to be an easy revive. If you've gone up to those hills with your car, just going spirally up, then you would know. Then you would know how crazy those are. You can basically die from drop damage as we have Dolce Vita coming in, actually facing so much pressure. They've lost 3 players on that rotation together with the blue. That is them all gone. PDHM and Team Love both putting pressure onto them. That is Dolce Vita out at 8th position. As we have the next circle coming, look at Uqimeron, and I want to carry on with my previous point. Chaos and the other player of NT knowing, okay, and hearing all those gunshots, they know there's a team here. So if I were them, I would just keep 1 or 2 here still to stop them from rotating out. 1 might be scary against 3. You can just peek your head out and get punished, but they also just wants to get a next bit of control. But look at 4 Romanian there, and Andre with the brilliant angle onto Loki. And Exile just need to rotate around now because behind them we have Uqimeron, and that is Kasame finding some angles onto NT. Hate Gaming down to 2 players, and they are standing in with the buggy, and that is going to be a 2v1. They're trying to make this count. They have taken down Antho, but the rest of PDHM may come into revenge. South for Romanian Man has a sweet spot. That is basically a position that you need to win this game almost. But I may have spoken too soon. Who knows what the next shift would be. NT down to only 2 players. Exile has no first aids and barely have any meds, and just very close to them, that is UQ coming in to take care of that business. They did not get punished from that low ground when they exit. NT did not take that fight earlier, but they will still hold strong. That is UQ gone at 5th position. Chaos with the side angle with a little bit of patience, and that high ground will trade and will take them out. Also reviving Exile right now. Only 4 teams in here. PDHM didn't make the rotation in, so no one to revenge for Antho in that hut earlier. Now we're down to only Hate Gaming, Team Love, both duos, 3 duos, and a full team. Quick maps, 10 players, as it says on my screen already. Why am I pretending to be smart? And for 4 Romanian Men needs to leave this palm position now. They will need to be very heads up with this. If I were them, I would also leave 1 with a buggy, using another dip to clear everything right here. Hate Gaming won't have a good easy rotation, and NT has a bit of an upper hand, but Chaos trying to take things into his own hand. He gets 1 knock. He has not the second knock, and that is him getting traded. And 4 Romanian Men, 3 of them will now face Exile. Exile really need to clutch this. What can change as well is Hate Gaming rotating from the other side. Exile knowing the limits of that ridge line. He will use that prone, almost taking down Andre, but Team Love's on the other side. And that is Swave. That is Hate Gaming trying to change the tides of this one. They come in with the blue. That is them taking 10 kills. But that is Beast losing his life. And Swave has almost no health as he gets that brilliant response. That is Hate Gaming taking top 2, and Team Love will swipe the other side. Swave, you are absolute beast. He's been making this work. He's been playing the split, and spoiler, now 1 versus 2. Can he take this? He has that Groza in hand, using that ridge line very carefully. Needing that side. Beast may not get the time to be revived, but Swave is confident. The peak mentality coming in. Let's not blink, guys. This is some solo work as he just missed it. Ay. Nonetheless, such a brilliant work when they find that sweet window to rotate as other teams are fighting. My god, I think for Romanian Man could have taken that one better as well. And maybe with that spoiler that I talked about. Nonetheless, what a crazy game. Team Love hasn't had the easiest mid-game, guys. They were choked on that hillside, on that plateau I talked about, facing Willpower or the teams on the hill, but they threaded the needle and made it in, and they will also take this win on Miramar with 11 kills. Hate Gaming made it to top 10 last game, and but only with 1 kill, and here they are, proving themselves in game 2. Miramar 11 kills, 2nd position. Could almost take that win. It could have gone either way. For Romanian Men, with that hill position that they claimed pretty early, allowing them to get 11 kills as well. Both, all 3 teams in the top spot, 11 kills. So 3rd position for Romanian Men. Night Target could have done that one better, but they have done a pretty good job with those splits, clearing out that side. Taking down UQ will be them taking a 4th position with 5 kills. UQ the trio with 2 kills. PDHM went down at 6 with 2 kills. DAP Esports, we haven't seen a lot from them, but they lived for quite long. Although they didn't take a kill this game, they have a 7th place. Dolce Vita with 6 kills in an 8th position. Willpower went down at 9th with 2 kills. Revenge, 4 kills and a 10th position, 29. No kills, 11th position. Juzo was the solo, like from, I don't know, after 5 minutes, after the first 5 minutes of the game, he's down to solo. Rexpect went down at 12 with 1 kill. Alternative, no kills, 13th place at 14 with have 11 with no kills. The game 1 winners did not perform as well this game, so teams are catching up now. Revolution, 15th place with no kills. Red 5, 1 kill at 16th place. And that is the second game done, guys. We'll see you all in the third map and the final match of tonight. Do remember we have 2 days of finals for FTY tournament, and so yeah, 3 games per day. And I'll see you all in Vikendi. I think it's Vikendi. Let's see if I'm correct. Bye-bye. Welcome back. Game 3, last game of tonight for FTY tournament. Finals day 1. 16 teams. Trying to continue those crazy fights that we saw already in the first 2 maps. I actually think having the lobby in around Kentra is quite nice for the teams that drop into Kentra. They can already start talking about the splits. You go here and here, and of course they usually have that ready just before like the game starts. Of course they're very experienced and they can already make those plans, but you know, not all the time do you get the chance to study the map, talk about splits, checking angles of the buildings. So having the game start there actually might be quite useful, as we have the plane path out going from Dobro Mesto towards the southeastern coast of Vikendi. Basically going through Castle as well, and the Villa. Not too popular of a spot, both Villa and Castle, but we never know. In Dobro Mesto we already see NT taking that one. Heading towards Vihar and Movatra area is Revolution. Split drop coming from PDHM. Goroka, we have a few teams going on top. Team Love and Revenge may take a fight there. Heading towards Krishas, we have 29 DAP Esports to the eastern side. Red 5 heading towards these compounds off to the top of Milner. But what the heck, man? Look at this circle. Oh my god. More than half of this phase 1 circle is in the water. So it's going to be a crazy one. All these teams that are actually still around this area will be liking this, but that will mean a lot of action will happen early. Split from 4 Romanian Men, 2 in Castle, and then a 2-1-1 split. We've seen that before. Around Toha, 2-1-1 from Hate Gaming as well. In Winery, we have Alternative as well as Respect. In Kentra Hot Springs area, we have Willpower. In Cement Factory, 11. That Esports heading towards port actually, so will be quite far. But look at this bit here. Rob's so we are missing a few players in this game. So just have a look. A trio for Dolce Vita. Rob's is also AFK, so that can't be good for them. NT is a trio as well, and same for 11. And that will be the knock. Versace with that Scorpion taking that first kill. But Monzo says, we are not scared. We are only 2. Right now they start up with 3, and they will still put some damage. PDHM caught off guard there. Versace is trying to come in to trade it. Just going to take the 1v1. He's just baiting a little bit with that roof. Just looping around. Very good movements there. Versace, look, just so good with that bait. He was not planning to take that 1v1. He's just trying to push and keep that player from Dolce Vita on that side as they wait for Anther to come in and finish them. There's PDHM down to 3 players, but Dolce Vita down to a solo. Didn't think this is gonna change things that much. The information of where teams drop when it comes to them studying how each other play Vikendi, because it's not going to happen in PMCO. It's also not going to happen tomorrow. Tomorrow we have Erangel, Miramar, then Sanok. So yeah, like, we don't miss this. Saying to PUBG, we don't miss this type of phase 1 circle, they say. UQ back to a full team this game. So will be very good for them. Who would have thought dropping towards Vihar Movatra area will give Revolution the dead center zone? That's just obscene. Revenge and Team Love will respect each other. Both teams taking each side of Goroka and will start rotating as well. Abbey will be a very, very good spot right now to at least keep 1 or 2 on there, on the high grounds, to stop all these teams rotating from that eastern side. Hate Gaming for Romanian Man, both performing quite well last game. They may clash each other on the this northeastern edge early. See them being quite close to each other. Andre maybe with a bit of a scout. You use this hill on Tova. It's 2-2 split right now. Can get messy around here. Revenge trying to rotate around Goroka. Meeting Team Love to the entrance points just south to Goroka, where they both landed. And Hashira, very heads up position, knowing that he may be able to catch some rotating members there, but not enough with that little bit of a spray. And that will be Revenge actually getting a little bit of priority, 1 step ahead, closer to the center or the edge of the zone. PDHM now rotating in, and UQ is having some trouble. Let's have a look. That is Panchi losing the life already. They want to join this fight. They want to control the same spots as Revolution as the scout goes down, I believe. UQ now knows better. We'll just use the high ground to look at Revolution. But along that coastal line, we also have Red 5. Amik with the SLR, trying to scout out now. With so many compounds in Vakendi, there's still a lot of possibilities for these teams to find a good spot. You just need 1 set of compounds. But that's also the thing. With so many compounds, there's so many possibilities that enemies can be. So they really, really need to be careful, use their basic knowledge and skill in scouting, as well as the splits. Hate Gaming and For Romanian both rotating to good teams here, making the same move around the same time. Mihi, the IGL of Hate Gaming, leading the way with that Zima. If they've got a Dacia, maybe some other cars, like just a small tip, right? With the amount of HP that a Zima has, the Scout should take a better car. If not, it can just get too scary. But Mihi will not face anyone for now. As we have some fights happening around that southeastern edge. That is Rexpect losing Karma, facing the pressure from Alternative. They will return 1 knock though, but too far to get that finish. But I'm wrong. That is the M24 shot to the dome to finish that business. And it's going to be a 3v2 because Venti will pay the price for finishing that kill. Rexpect down to 2 unless Amelia and Vane, Chinese character. Yeah, unless they can do something there with that rotation, but it's quite scary. I'm pretty sure the enemies have some eyes on that. Speaking of compounds, like we talked about earlier, this is the compound defense that has to come through from PDHM. But Team Love will take it. Jiro got knocked, but now will get revived. Now PDHM gone. First team out of the lobby. They've got 2 early kills, but they didn't make it any further. And that will be the end of the run for tonight. They need to come back tomorrow stronger, but they did live to pretty late on Miramar just now. So let's have a look at this circle. It will keep roughly 50% water as well. So a lot of these teams will just need to make a small rotation in if they are on the edge. For Romanian Men though, we did say they were pretty close to Hate Gaming from the start, and that is them getting a long-range knock onto Hate Gaming, showing each other's presence. But the support is there, and Hate Gaming will get that revive. Gigs using that M24 with an 8-time scope, waiting for Sushi to peek another time. But he will lose just a little bit of HP. I don't know, maybe that little bit of graphics was... who was it? Cheeky Swave just punching cakes from the side, maybe. Maybe asking for some meds, etc. North edge action. Like Hate Gaming and for Romanian Men, Team Love and Revenge has been very close to each other. But Team Love did take the time to eliminate PDHM from the lobby before they come in and feel the gunshots of Revenge again. Still got some rotations to make, and this is not an easy one. They can rotate along this side with a little bit more dips and rocks. And ridges, if they want to rotate anti-clockwise through this flat ground, then it gets very punishable. Not sure if they know the presence of NT as well, and NT's not as close as we thought though. Brilliant tap from Hishira onto Mail. Yeah, Hate Gaming still holding that spot, and the duo from Rexpect may feel some pressure soon. That car parking there is so hard for this compounds. It's so easy to get spotted. Unless you have a perfect parking spot, and that is Hate Gaming just taking care of that. They have been planning, they have been rotating. That is Mihi from the side taking the opening knock, and that is Beast in here alongside Swave, and that is going to be a brilliant one. Side pressure from the side, but Mihi gets killed, and that is willpower. 6 from the side, punishing the off angle from Mihi. And that is Hate Gaming down to 3 players. Now at least they know there's someone just across so far away as well. Brilliant control there. But that's also the thing when you play off angle. You just really need to know your limits and your defensive angles, like knowing where it can get dangerous. But we are missing some action here. What the heck is going on? Dude! Revenge? 4 team kills right now. They just kick Team Love out of the lobby just like that, so quick. We saw the standoff. We saw the potential fight, but they just clean this up so quick. That is Team Love out at 14th. PDHM first one out. Then we've got Rexpect. And now Team Love gone as well. 29 really need to show what they're made of. They're a very rough game on Miramar just now, as they find a good knock across the field onto Revolution, but that is quite far to get a confirmation unless the knock player really screws up. Deb Esports now I believe they've taken the spot that Hate Gaming was considering and hovering over. So all these teams have a bit of a compound or some mountains for them to hold. That is Dab getting that revive. Back up as 4. Let's go through a team list. Dab still up as 4. Same for Revenge after 4 kills. Mihi is gone for Hate Gaming. 2 kills down to 3 players. 3 players for UQ Red. 14 for 29, still no kills. Same for Red 5 and for Romanian Men. 14 up for Willpower with 2 kills. 11 down to 2. Akashi, the only one still playing the game for Dolce Vita. The trio from NT still up. Revolution 1 kill full team. Alternative 2 kills and the trio right now. That is some fans coming into the chat. They said Ramaba Raid. Woohoo! Ramaba sending some love. Although I know he's known as a very nice guy. He's got such a good, like, how should I say, community? Great supports from his fans, and them coming here to show some love means so much to me. And yeah, thanks for coming, guys. I don't understand Balkan or anything like that, but yeah, would love to learn someday. Dab Esports, let's head over there. We have the Nick Circle basically taking out the water. And we have Dab losing 1 player. Spider will get revived. Also facing some pressure is Hate because they pull up here. That's the bit of action we missed. And that's the last warning that Coro, the organizer, said about all chat, and is still going. Unless this is a glitch, this needs to be taken seriously, guys. That might be from Dab. I'm not sure. I'm not completely certain. I don't want to throw accusations, but definitely heard people speaking in all chat. 3 against 2. Dab against Hate Gaming in here. Came in to crash and will lose 1. In the other compound, we have Willpower watching very closely. From Harbor Raid, keep it coming, guys. I don't mind at all. Why not? We share some love. The English caster and the Balkan caster helping each other out. Why not? I'm pretty sure he can help me more than I help him, though. For Romanian Men, still in that compound, I believe. Pretty center there. As we have some fight breaking out elsewhere. That is 29 trying to make some work. That is NT gone. That is 29 with a quick sweep of the 3 kills. Yeah, can't understand that one, unfortunately. As we have the Nick Circle pop going to the southern side. Alternative in Revolution North Western Edge. Both Hate Gaming and Dab Esports still in here, but their compounds can be pushed and raided. Willpower still in there, so the team that needs to come in. UQ, Revenge, 29 and the solo of Dolce Vita. A little bit of a, how should I call it? A chain of events here that changed the dynamics, because of course Willpower been watching this. I think they have put some pressure into Dab Esports because they were a trio, now down to only a duo. For Romanian Men can capitalize on this. They can keep an eye onto this northern edge when teams try to come in. Akashi is here. Got some more distance to cover though, as he finds a little spot. UQ also rotating around. Good driving and scouting, and that is so noticing the pressures from every side. That is Dab losing another one to Hate Gaming. This is northwestern edge, good sets of compound. 29 trying to rotate in a 2-2 split, a 2-car rotation. It can get really messy here. They're finding this little bit of a spot, but two teams looking at each other across those compounds, and that is 29 knowing that there's teams looking at them. Look at the other side though. That is Uqimeron finding the angles, the patience, the covering. Look at that fire. All in sync. Trying to laser 29 at the same time. That is 29. Down to 2 players, I think. But don't peek too far. If not, you will feel that pain, as so gets not peeking too long. Red 5 takes that time to rotate because the Nick circle is here. Such a good timing of rotation. Hearing all those gunfights saying this is our time as they rotate in to the southwestern edge of the new circle. Hate Gaming and Dab both have to move. Hate Gaming got 5 kills now. Those duos still holding strong. And Dab losing 1 by 1, only down to Teo right now. Both of these teams need to move because they are just out of the circle. 6 is scouting for willpower towards the western side. And that is Dab out at 10th, I believe. Hate Gaming taking care of that business. Sort of Revenge trying to make this work from the northern side as they face those abundance of team on this north side. We have 4 Romanian men here, but Dexter got punished and shot from the side. UQ is here, 4 Romanian men is here. 29, the duo still trying to live this and still needing to get into the circle is Revenge. So messy. Well, Romanian Man still has 3 Romanian men though, so let's see how they can pull this off. But Swave, the fragger, the one who brought Hate Gaming to top 2 on Miramar, is here to strike again as he shoots for Romanian in the back. The double not coming through. Cake's trying to take some shots as well to finish this. That will actually give Revenge the time to rotate, maybe to steal some kills away from Hate Gaming as well. Aim is keeping that position behind, just next to that ridge there, and Sushi may be losing his or her life very soon. Can maybe get into that circle, and Smoke just made it, and it will be here. Swave trying to take care of Revenge on this edge. Shots coming from all over the place. Willpower has been watching all these teams for the past 2 phases. Let's go to Alternative because they are trying to fight this and rotate through all these resistance. All these teams have to rotate. Rev 5 have to move. Alternative has to move. Revolution is far still. And look at all those crazy... Look at aim there! It was aim! It was 4 Romanian men actually taking that one. Patiently waiting for Revenge to come in and will just take them out. Hate Gaming under pressure as well. Because Willpower doesn't want to let this go. They have 2 to overlook, 2 to spoil, and they have Nomi and Extra trying to put pressure on this. Swave almost goes down to the nade, but will get the revive. But soon, they will face more pressure coming in, and that is the knock once again. And that will be Swave trying to make this work, but they go out at 8th position. Willpower has that formation, they had the aggression, they had the skills, and that will be them doing some more work. And this is here, we have Uqimeron trying to come in to contest the control of Red 5 on this western edge. Uqimeron down to 2 players, have 5 team kills right now. Red 5 is here to stop them from coming. They are smoking the side, stopping themselves from getting shot from Revolution, but Revolution's having some problems with that. Is them gone. At 4th, we're just now down to 3 kills. It's the duo of UQ against the full team of Willpower and full team of Red 5. They are all in the circle though, so it will be a prime time for Willpower to shoot this from the side. The third party comes through, and this will get very, very interesting. 4v4, 2 teams remaining. Willpower has the priority because they have the ridgeline a little bit off the high ground. They have this proximity to the circle, and they are now just sending it 6, holding the closest rock to stop the rotation out, stopping Red Fire from doing any rotations. Beautiful split from Willpower. They thought about this. They don't want to let any kill points go. As we have Red 5 trying to take it off the off angle. That is Armic here trying to challenge this, but he peeks too far. If he just peeks too far, 6 teammate extra has an eye on it, but this is such a scary rotation by Armic. Didn't get punished though. Willpower missed a little bit of that window, and that is 6 taken out after knocking one of Red 5. This is the time for nades to make that pressure. The nades can change this completely. As I said, that is another knock onto Red 5. They are down to only 1 player. That is why you don't take that rotation. That is why they go down to Willpower. Willpower with the chicken dinner, 16 kills. Oh my god, we've seen them. I think they were #1 seed, at least from groups. So in the finals as well, they are showing you what they can do. Red 5 in 2nd place with 1 kill, and that's last bit there was hard anyway. The gods of PUBG has favored Willpower there, but I think it can be played better. As we saw the small rotations, the attempts were there, but just missed it. UQ 5 kills in the 3rd position. Revolution 3 kills at 4th. At 5th, we have 4 Romanian Men with 3 kills. 6 Alternative with 3 kills. 29 went down at 7th position with 3 kills. Hate Gaming, 8th position, 6 kills. Revenge, 7 kills at 9th. Dab Esports went out at 10th. With no kills, 11 went out at 11th. I tried to not say puns as much, but you're just giving it to me. It would be nice if they have 11 kills as well, but it's just hard. And in 12th position, we have Dolce Vita with 1 kills. All these three trios having some issues, and it's very punishable in these higher level play. 1 fewer player can obviously change so much. We can see how solos can do so much. How about 4 players? A lot more. NT out at 13th with no kills. At 14th place, we have Team Love with 3 kills. Rexpect went out pretty early, 15th place, 1 kill, and at 16th place, we have PDHM with 2 kills after getting pushed by Team Love, as we mentioned earlier. And that is day 1 of the finals of FTY tournament. I'll see you all tomorrow. Another 3 games. And that will be the time that we find out who gets this €400 prize. Thank you so much for joining me once again. I'm your host, Professor Tarzan. Thank you for support. If you do like the content, please consider to like and subscribe, and I will see you all. Have a wonderful night and week ahead. Bye bye.